That's right, got a busy day. We good, Karen?
Yes.
Just before we get into the Fall Fest and 4th of July, and this is kind of a Jason and Holly question. I've been getting comments about how come the golf carts aren't all in compliance? Because there's a lot of people that have spent the money and done it, and there's a lot of people that have not, and it's causing a little consternation.
I brought this up with the police chief and asked him to review our current ordinance, and we're going to looking to see if we can make it a little,
You want me
more
to answer
regular.
that? You want me to answer that this format?
Yeah.
Sure.
The issue that seems to be in hand is that, one of the things we're looking at is doing an annual permit. What happens is, they put all this compliance stuff on to get the permit, and they take it all off.
Oh, really?
That's what we've been told, because once you got the permit, but if we do an annual permit, then that would require them to do this. That's what, I'm not saying that's with everything, but that's what's been conveyed to me, is that once these people put all the lights and stuff on, they get the permit, they don't go on and they take it off. So
Okay.
that's kind of the challenge.
Well, that's the one thing I just wanted to
Okay,
get out in front
We've
of.
had that conversation, and we're looking at, one of the things we're looking at is possibly requiring an annual permit, that way they would have to keep, to get it
Taking
renewed.
it on and
And
on.
we've also asked the
Could we-
police to pay attention to them on the road.
Yes, I
Could we
agree.
set some like dates where we could meet here in the parking lot and they could do it all at once versus having to round up an officer and sit around and wait and stuff like, I mean, it happened with me with my initial permit,
You know what, it does make sense.
So don't do it.
And so he came up with it too, I mean, it does make sense. Roberta told me this.
but anyway, if we could just
Yeah.
have, you know, hey, you can look at
Twice
10
a
cards
year or
versus looking, getting 10 calls and saying, hey, can you meet
Yeah,
me?
come, yeah, that's a great idea.
And do it during this season because
Right.
Yeah, we can-
everybody should be here.
We can explore that.
We have to change the ordinance first.
Okay,
Okay, thank you for that.
thank you for that.
I've talked to Shelley, and she is in fact going to supply hot dog buns and water. And I told her, my understanding was it was going to be 500 this year. And I just wanted to confirm that, and I'll relay that to Shelley for the hot dogs for the fire department. Another thing I'm going to ask her, and I may have to wear a cup to ask her, is if they can replace the sand in the horseshoe area and all the playground area. You know, it's the first thing you see when you come into town. There's weeds. If you get rain, it looks like a swamp down there. And see if that, and you know, I'll follow up with maybe if they can restore some of the swings. Everything looks tired down there. So pray for me on this one, okay?
Yep. Did we have potato chips or something last year? Did we do chips?
Yeah, we did chips. The fire department did the water last year.
Oh, did they?
If she'll do the chips, maybe? Or did you do those?
No, the timeshares
Okay.
did the chips.
Okay,
We did the water.
all right.
So,
And you
I mean,
brought
whatever she doesn't want to do, we'll take care of it.
but it's gonna be 500 dogs.
Dogs, it's
Dogs.
dog.
This is dog.
In buns.
And coffee. No, coffee.
You could have some coffee. So she's gonna do hot dogs, buns, and chips?
Yeah, we'll take care of the water.
And you do the ice and you bring extra propane
Yeah, bring
and
an
all that
extra
stuff.
tank.
Yeah, and we'll make sure that there's gas in the grill down there in the pavilion.
City picked
No,
up the plates and condiments.
We've already, if you look, I don't think everybody has a sheet, but on breakdown, we've already purchased. You have on the supplemental sheet there, I don't know that have that, but we've already paid half of the fireworks. We've already reserved 3 porta potties for the 2nd of July. I've got 4 reserved for October 15th, but that hasn't been.
Where are we putting the porta potties?
We'll probably put them out here, like we did last year.
Oh, that's right. we did.
We've ordered 500 ducks, they're in, so whoever's gonna take those, they're already available.
Go
And
quick.
we've ordered 500,
Jason, you said they were already
yeah,
here?
they're here. So the ducks are here. We have 500 napkins and 500, like little hot dog boats, little.
Paper boats, yeah.
That'll hold hot dogs, so we've already got those in, so.
Jason, are we gonna make the bathrooms over by the pickleball courts available?
They should be, yeah.
And also, I guess the pickleball folks store their, the pickleballs in one of the bathrooms in a bag, and they
In
have
a
just,
case,
and they have gone away.
they were stolen last week.
So, I mean, is there anything that we can do?
Well, pickleball players.
It's kind of like a sidebar, but is there anything we can do to give pickleball folks a place to store their stuff without it getting stolen?
And we're only talking about balls. And we do have a first aid kit over there.
We had that conversation last year because the concern was that, I think it might have been David we talked with, but he wanted a place about the size of a large shoebox to store some balls, and I said, well, don't want it to become paddles and towels and bottled waters and all this kind of stuff. But,
Just a thought.
I mean, it's a shame that somebody has stole that. I mean, you know, one of the things we did do is we changed those locks. Now you have to, the problem is people were locking the doors. And then we get a phone call, the police or somebody, the doors, so we changed it now to deadbolts. So you actually you can only lock the door from the inside.
Mhm.
But, I really, not to be ugly, but it's kind of just the trade-off of storing stuff in the city. I don't know how we can stop that, but we could probably, if so many people use it, putting a camera up would probably be counterproductive.
Put cameras in the bathrooms, I don't know.
Yeah, I like that idea.
But anyhow, just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Well, how could
yeah,
we, I mean, unless you built a box in there and with a lock on it attached to the wall.
well, yeah, I mean,
See, and the thing is we do have a little case over there that we put our used ones in, so if somebody needs one, I mean, they're not best of shape, but they're playable.
Yeah,
But somebody could grab those, but they went and got.
they didn't steal those.
No.
I certainly have noticed a lot of activity. In fact, we're in talks with a local cleaning person to help. They used to be done in-house with a staff member, now that person's gone, we don't have anybody that wants to do that on the side, but, I've noticed a lot of activity with pickleball. In fact, Thursday before I went up there and put like 12 rolls of toilet paper in each one to get through the Memorial Day weekend, I noticed we're about halfway through, so. There's a lot of use, a lot of activity going on. Pickleball courts.
I think we had 20 or more Saturday. Tuesday, yesterday.
Yeah, there was a big crowd there yesterday. I went and checked on the toilet paper situation.
Well, while we're talking about it, I was told that the surfaces were getting a little rough.
And it's cracking.
That's something that,
Resurfacing instead of a new one.
well,
We can't afford the new one right now, because our bid was $84,000.
Well, we've actually, that's kind of been the ongoing, we're getting off topic here, but since you brought it up, the ongoing, I don't want to use the word debate, but the question's been, do we spend the money to do maintenance on what we have, or do we spend money to build another pickleball court? We actually got a revised quote. It was not submitted sealed, but we can build 2 courts if there's room to do it for $63,000. So we got, the only quote that we got, and it was really unofficial because it was emailed, it was not submitted. It was $84,000 for one, but the company that built the 2 courts originally in 17, it was right at $45,000 to build those 2. But when we talked about them doing it, we said, well, you're already paying for manpower, you're already paying for equipment to be here. You're talking just a little bit more labor, just a little bit more material. To build 2 more courts, it would be approximately about $63,000.
I don't think we ever.
It would be tight. Well, we measured it, but you would literally have that corner up against the bathroom. It would be very, very tight, but you could get to, but it would be very noticeable that it was pressed in there. Yeah.
Well, let's table that maybe for the next
Yeah.
city council meeting, because you know we're gonna get some.
Yeah, I mean, I received comments yesterday about addressing the issue, and so,
Okay.
yeah, but you know.
Okay.
Volunteers, how many volunteers do we need for the 4th, and for what?
Well, we need, people to drive the carts to haul people around the shuttle.
For 4th of July?
No, never mind,
Okay.
Fall Fest.
Okay.
Oh, I have got 2 secured from the club.
Thank you very much.
I've talked to the president and
And Steve,
Steve.
thank you, all right.
So we've got Lou for the duck races, correct?
Yeah,
Are there any other
Point
vol-
out there, though, that in the
We,
cleanup of the barn down there, the ducks were saved. They were pulled out of the dumpster, and they have been saved from last year.
oh my.
So we do have an excess supply of ducks.
They're not numbered.
I don't know if they're numbered or not. I was
It's-
the one in the dumpster.
it seems like,
I don't know.
on the duck race last year, the comments that I received, we had a little contraption, we'll probably try to build something a little better, but it was basically like 2 poles of chicken wire, and you had 2 people kind of standing there to kind of,
Correct.
as everybody dumped their, you raised it up, but the, probably could have used a couple more people, because the finish line kept getting moved while the race was happening, which is not what you want to have happen, because originally my understanding was it was supposed to be where the old culverts ran. But as I was out there with them, well, it's over, and it was like arbitrarily somebody picked the finish line, so probably need to have somebody that can, a couple people that can kind of,
Do we need 2 of those
Corral.
contraptions, one at the finish and one at the?
I would just say the first one makes it to the bottom of the waterfall.
yeah, we probably need to.
It is that waterfall, you probably won't see it.
You know, it may be good to have some screen
In front of
at the 2 culverts,
Oh,
yeah.
In front of the culverts,
Yeah.
that'll be the finish
Yeah,
line?
and there's whoever, maybe a foot or 2 before,
Yeah,
whoever's the first, just put something there, the first, but.
Is that something you can kind of
I know.
put
Jerry.
together?
Duck catcher.
Duck
Yeah.
catcher and duck starters.
Chicken wire, that one, I mean, we.
But the problem with that was, it was, I think somebody got their hand scratched or something, they were a little bit.
No, and somebody was standing in the water.
But you really need a couple people also, with the bull rushes as high as it is, that can kind of dislodge them from, because a lot of them are getting kind of caught up, well,
So
The parents of the kids.
I remember somebody with poles out there kind of dislodging them.
Yeah,
So how many you think we need just for the duck race, aside from Lou?
well,
Lou and her sidekick.
Okay, so if we're going to corral the ducks with some safe contraption, can we also have another couple, maybe the prince and princess, out there corralling them before they go in?
Well, you're gonna be signing up, and
It
if they
seems like-
sign up, they're gonna be dumping them in the,
Right.
at the starting gate.
the
Oh, so
bottleneck,
I won't be standing there holding the fence?
Unless you want to, we just,
the bottleneck was, it seemed like last year, there was a table set up
Right.
where the golf cart bridge is over here, kind of in the shade, and there was 2 or 3 people, but I mean, there was just so many people having to write their name down, it kind of, it wasn't a big delay, but we probably might want to start the registration a little bit earlier.
what time did we say we were doing that?
So,
Are you doing the registration,
Yes,
Lou?
she's in charge of it all, she's the big food.
and it seems like last year, it was, somebody literally just wrote one, I took a Sharpie pen on the bottom, which one is 1 through 500, wrote.
Which she's gonna do
Jason, I'm
that.
gonna do that in advance because I'm gonna visit you after the
Yeah,
meeting.
we've got, Jerry, where are those ducks stored at?
They're stored in the barn over there.
No, I think,
The new ones.
The
I think they
ducks,
put
we
them
didn't have them there,
upstairs,
the ducks.
upstairs, is where Cuddy was gonna put
okay.
them.
Oh,
They're here.
Upstairs.
Yeah, they're here, but they're in the bag. Yeah, there's-
All right, so you're gonna need 2 people at the finish line to hold the finish line gate, 2 people at the starting gate, and then 2 or 3 at the registration table.
And you might, with guys with poles to help dislodge them.
Okay?
Yeah, these kids get all.
I need a small army.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd say probably what, at least about 6 people.
Yeah, I think that's
Two to
good,
register, two at the edge. Yeah.
because the same people that release them, once they're done there, they can
They can
scoot,
race
yeah,
them.
scoot down there and finish it,
Yeah.
rather than
either
making
side of
two.
the creek, just
Yeah,
pushing them back and.
well, like right in front of the culvert, and then you get the numbers of who's, you do first, second, and third, is that what we did?
Seems like, it seems like it was Dollar General, Dollar Tree, there was a,
Yeah,
First, second,
Carolyn
third.
went to Dollar General and just got 3 really exquisite dollar gifts.
$3 aisle.
Yeah, the $3.
If you wanna have, if you wanna have 1 through 3 or 1 through 5. or 1
Whatever
through
you wanna
10,
do, you are the
it's
duck
all
queen.
And then maybe you could have participation certificates for everybody.
Yeah.
Hand that out
500 of those?
framed.
and sign.
There might be some very sad kids out
And
there.
give it out by the mayor. Look how well we came out. When we put up with first,
Well, I'm
second,
not sure that's it.
third.
Holly, when we had the meeting a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned the fire department doing the start, because we'll just take one of our fire hoses and put it across there, fill it with air, it'll float right on top of the water.
Would that stop those little duckies?
Yeah, it raises up what?
Yeah, the hose will stick up quite a ways.
There you go.
Then we all need to catch it.
All we need to catch.
Yeah.
Thank you. And were your guys, I guess you don't have to stand in the water then, huh?
Well, I hope not.
Well, you got boots though.
But somebody's gotta get them out, right? Are we gonna net them out?
Well, we have,
It's up to
we
you how you
bought
get them
some.
out. We'll-
We bought, I guess last year they just floated down the falls, but if we put something
They had like
down.
a little, they had little scoop.
I mean, I'm saying, if we have something, some wire at the 2 inlets of the 2 new culverts, we've got 2 big like butterfly nets that you can just get.
I mean, we can put another hose down below as a safety, so
Yeah.
go over the waterfall.
But the screen, I think the screen would work better if you're gonna, cause once you're
Scooping them
scooping
up.
them out, some of them are gonna pop up
And
over.
then we just put them out on the sides and the kids can take them, is that what we're
Mhm.
doing? I mean, we don't need
That or
that.
I mean, they're,
It's their gift.
we spent, I mean, if we could resalvage them, I mean, I think they were considerably more this year, I was surprised. We spent,
So how much were they?
they were about $40 per 100, I think. We spent $200 on 500, so like 40 cents each. Last year, they were like about 20 cents each. I want to say that for 300, we spent about $120.
It's up to you all. What do you think?
I think you ought to salvage them.
Yeah, well, what if I get like a kiddie swimming pool and,
Yeah, any kid that doesn't want to take one.
Yeah,
so who has the butterfly net? So I need to get,
Well, they're
Do I need to
in
get
the
the-
office.
they're Jason's office.
oh,
I can get y'all the napkins, and I think y'all still have to sign Hot Dog Cafe. I think y'all took it
We're
last
looking
year.
for it. Could not find it the other day, but there's a couple areas that.
Oh, I see some plants being watered now. I see some plants.
You are not gonna like the way I water it.
We have, Jerry, I put you on the spot, but you know where the register here and start line, finish line for the duck race?
Where all the
signs
signs were.
Yeah.
You do,
Okay.
oh, I see, he doesn't have to water now, but
So we'll need to get all that together.
So is that it for the duck races? Is that all, you got the volunteers, you got everything you need?
well, shouldn't have volunteers this year.
I have a couple of volunteers already that, they haven't sworn in blood, signed in blood, but they look like they'll probably do it. But I can see that 2 will not be enough. So do I need to bring that starting gate contraption from the fire department up, or fire department
No.
does that?
He's got a hose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use a hose, and when you guys say,
Go.
2 on each side, we'll just pull the thing, and we'll go straight up.
Okay, so but I need to have the people there at the starting line.
It's-
No, he's
Well, he
fireman.
will handle that.
Oh, the firemen are.
It
Okay.
seems like last year,
Fireman can touch the hose.
it seems like last year that the barrier was put up, and as the kids registered and they just threw the duck in the creek.
Yeah,
And so they all just kind of collected, and then when it was time to go, 1, 2, 3, go, and, you know, they're,
Yeah.
Right.
Do we have an air horn thingy? I think we used to have one.
Yeah.
I think we used to have one where we could do, and that would be the start. Dollar Tree. I think
well,
we had an air
if
horn.
we need to, we got, I mean, there, you can get an air horn app and get a Bluetooth speaker, we'll figure it out, yeah.
Okay, air horn to
If
start.
you want an air horn.
You're gonna have table and some chairs there for them to sit on and register.
I'll bring that. You want me to bring it?
Well,
Do we have table, do we have like a table like this? I don't know. Do we do-
it was like card tables.
Did
or
we
do you
set,
have
did y'all
anything
set
like
that up last year? I don't think
We
we
got
did.
We just got them tables about like this, we got 3 or 4 of them.
Okay, so your guys will bring those over there and some chairs, we have chairs? Okay,
How many?
how many you
chairs?
want? Duck
How,
Creek,
how big are the tables?
About this,
About the same as this right here.
yeah.
2 tables, 4 chairs.
If 2 is not too many, that would be good. That way the kids can. not
They can
have
sign
to line
up quicker.
they can- Yeah,
I have that
I would
we,
suggest 2 lines.
yes,
Well, if you
yes.
got 2 tables, you could do.
If there are
Yeah.
3 people signing, there'll be 3 lines.
yeah.
So,
Super.
that's just how many volunteers I can get to.
And we said we would start the registration at 9:30, is that what we said? That's what I done
Is the
written
race,
down.
is the race at 10?
And then the race is at 10?
Yes.
Okay.
And you register 500 kids in 30 minutes?
I don't know.
We were way late
Well,
last year.
Yeah, that delays the parade.
We were very late
Oh,
last
no,
It seems like the registration was a bottleneck.
The registration was 9:30, and then we said the race was 10:30 is what I had. And there's an hour.
And it wasn't.
And then the parade at 11?
Mhm.
So we still 9:30 start?
Mhm.
So-
Registration.
Mhm. And that gives them time, if they're at the breakfast, that gives them a half hour to get over here too. Because the
Right.
breakfast is at 8 to 10, but they can go early.
To the boat race, and then the parade is 11.
Yep. And who did we say we need a grand marshal for our parade?
I nominate the mayor.
Second.
No.
She's got this way down.
No.
My wish has always been Linda Brett. However, I don't know if she can get up here for it. Linda Brett started this whole thing years and years and
Yeah, I
years
don't know if
ago.
they can get up here.
But, you know, they were up here for Ed's service, and their neighbors drove them up because they can't
I
drive.
think last year it was Louise Kale, wasn't it? No,
A Couple years
No,
ago
That
it
was
was.
2 years.
that was 2 years ago. Oh, it was Jim and Debbie Curtis, and they were Madam Liberty, and he was the Eagle.
Yes, I recall that.
All right, who else could it be, y'all? Put your thinking caps on. And we just have to get somebody with a convertible to do it.
The Masons, they got
And they do, that's true, they do.
John has a
And
convertible.
John does, what kind does he have?
It's, Mercedes.
Oh, well, of course, that would be good.
It's cute. It's
Yeah.
red.
Oh, it's red too.
Nice.
Well, there you go. Would he let us, would he drive? No, he's gonna be busy. Would he let, but, no, he can do it for the parade.
Yeah, you do it.
He lets.
Karen, don't you have a convertible?
No.
That Camaro's not a convertible?
No.
Oh.
All right, well, y'all be thinking
Trying to
about,
help you out a
about the grand
And
marshal.
I'll reach out to Linda and see if that's feasible, because, you know, they were just here
Yeah,
this weekend.
okay.
I'd submit David Spears for that too. You were very influential in all that.
I
Yeah.
think that's a
Yeah.
wonderful idea.
All right, so there's two good candidates. What I thought I would do is I'm gonna send out an email to everybody in the world to see who wants to be in the parade, and then they're gonna let me know. And I thought I would write a card, like a 3x5 card with the name of their entry.
Yeah.
And then that way, who's ever organizing them down there, you can just put them in order, bring them down to Tony, so he's got them in order, and so he can say, and next is the grand marshal. blah,
If
blah,
you can
blah.
give me a sheet and say 1 through, how many they're gonna be, 30? I'll just go ahead and whoever lines up will say, okay, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and then we're done, and I can shoot that, or else take a picture of it on my phone and send it to you.
Well, a picture would be good too, or the cards, whichever way you want it. The master of ceremony. Are you thinking of it?
Yeah,
Rather than him looking at a sheet and trying to find 1, 2, or 3,
Yeah,
maybe the cards would be better.
that would be difficult, you know, because they come by fairly quickly, and, there are no numbers on the individual
Floats.
No.
floats, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, can we get a number for each one?
You know, a thought from last year that came about, we probably needed some more volunteers there at Tahoe, because,
Yeah, it was just you. and
well, David Edwards, of course, he's mobilized now,
Yeah.
that's kind of been his thing, but, it seems to be like, once we got everybody lined up pretty much about where the lake was, everybody was socializing,
Yeah,
and then when they got, by the time you got the message down, okay, everybody get to their cars, it really delayed about 30 minutes, but the thought may be, if we have somebody at Tahoe and Sky Valley Way, let the first one go, maybe wait 30, 45 seconds, let the next one go, that might give you your time to,
Yeah.
I mean, we can take a sheet of paper and do one, two.
and that's where the air horn would come in. You could blow the air horn, and that means get back to your float and get in and get
But
ready.
yeah, there was a about a 20-minute delay with that thing starting, because it was just like trying to corral cats, everybody,
Yeah,
everybody, it was a good time socializing, but by the time you got everybody back to their vehicles, it took about a little bit of time to do that.
Bruce, when we were doing I was involved with the Clayton parade, we would do that, we would have a little card with a number on it,
Mm-hmm.
and we put it on the headlight of the vehicle, or someplace, that you could see it, so as they came down the street, you knew that you were in order,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no way to know all these people. you know.
Yeah. Well, is that possible, just get a,
Yeah, sure.
a pink or a card that's very visible?
yeah, we got
With a
some,
number on it?
we have some walkers, so they would have to have.
Well,
Yeah, but do all the walkers with all the dogs and everything, they don't sign up, do they? They just jump in.
Yeah, they did sign up.
Did they
Yeah,
really?
they did.
Is this all for a contest?
Yeah,
Well,
for a fabulous price.
well, what we did last year is we had a first, second, and third place. The mayor signed, and we put the little gold seal on
Mhm.
there. And then we had,
Suitable for Frank.
then we had, I think, most patriotic, and then most original. There was about 5 or 6, but they were like first, second, third,
Yeah,
because Chip Oliver won first place, we never gonna pick it up, but,
well, he says he's winning again.
so.
Well, he had a float, come on.
Well, he says I'm just telling you.
Well,
He
are
says
the
he's winning again.
the walkers, are they with their dog, are they realistically gonna win? And if it's a contest, I would think, most creative and not, walking a
Oh,
dog
yeah,
with
we had
a
people
hat on.
in costumes, Captain America, and all that was all cool too, yeah. We will take everybody into consideration,
Okay.
Bruce, and you get to choose.
When does the grand marshal go?
First.
Little payola.
I think it could discard.
Okay.
He's in London.
I'll do it.
So,
I'll do
Do,
the selecting them,
uh-huh.
but it's gonna cost some folks some money.
Just pay up now.
Okay, so, what's the plan? We're gonna get cards for the people, the participants?
As they sign up, we'll write
We'll
cards.
assign a number, and that'll be the number you are in the
Why don't we do
parade.
that?
No, because you don't know where they're gonna be parking.
That's
You
true.
need to have.
I'll have cards and then I'll put
And
them in
then take
order.
them on to them
Right.
as they get in line.
Yeah.
And
And
will I
it
have
don't
a,
matter, then that way, whatever your list, it doesn't matter what time they sign up or whatever,
Right.
then you can see the number and you can find the number on your list. Because if you try to park people in order, you're not going to.
That's
So
true.
you almost say, if everybody, so if everybody just lines up one after the other, as they're given a card stock to take, then they'll just write their name, and that list will then be brought up, so. So is 30 minutes gonna be enough time to set that up? We're talking about parade starts at, is it 12? What time is
I
parade?
can't remember.
11.
11?
Duck race starts at 10:30.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna take long.
Yeah, it does, right.
But that's, I mean, I'm just saying, I know I found myself trying to leave, I was scrambling to leave the duck race to get to the parade.
Last year, I sent out the thing to all the entries, and I said, meet all parade participants need to be at 10:15 at Tahoe Lane. No, I mean, we can change this.
No,
Or,
if you got volunteers, that's great, because you probably gonna need,
what,
you're gonna need several volunteers on Tahoe to help sign up, give out the card stock with 1 through however.
and we said we'll officially start at 11, I mean, do we need to just say 11:15? What do y'all think?
I think so.
We need 12.
You probably need a time, just, because if you say, you just say 11:15 is, but I know that
We're
it started a little
gonna get
late.
Steve, Ginsberg coming and videotape the parade again.
Oh, yeah, with the drum, that,
Yeah, that was good, we did that. And we did, I think we both did, yeah. All right. I'll be sending out that email very soon to all people who want to participate in the city. Then
You want to cap that, at a certain number or
What, the
anything?
parade?
Right.
We'll have
too many
to-
people want to.
Yeah, it's just that there weren't that many observers.
There were a lot last year.
There were a ton of.
Yeah.
We'll just, if the weather accommodates, we'll figure this is going to be pretty steady.
And probably continue in
It's
that
huge.
direction.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as volunteers, pretty much just for the duck races. Let's see what else we got. The parade, do we need any volunteers for the parade? I mean,
To line them up, yeah.
well,
Well,
Tony and I are volunteers, because I'm gonna be at the start, you're gonna be the finish, so that's our volunteers.
All right, so you're gonna be up there on time?
Mhm.
We got 2 golf carts. That's what we use to, for the scooter.
Okay.
I'll be glad to volunteer.
I'm probably going to borrow one of your competitors if you don't mind, it's a little bit faster than that.
You don't have golf cart races afterwards, is that what you do? All right,
That orange one will go 30 miles an hour.
all right, and we're not doing, the bouncy things. And 5:30 to 8 is city level. Are you doing the same time? Yeah.
Yes, 5:30 to
Okay.
8.
And then,
And we're planning on selling 400.
how many sales?
Right at 400. Just a little advertisement, you don't shop the pig, please do, they are donating all of the pork and all of the chicken. So, please thank them, or go in there and shop.
We will.
It's gotten better, Jeff's done a great job.
That's what they do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eagles gives us 0.
Really? Y'all asked them?
Nothing.
So, Ken, is that, you're doing the food?
I said,
Oh, this is, okay, so,
well,
and
yeah.
that's gonna be you, pretty much? Yeah, okay.
I put Roberta in, she's in charge of volunteer.
You'll probably use it.
But, yeah,
All right,
I
and
guess
then
it will be it.
The hot dog cafe goes from 12 till you run out.
Probably the race starts at 11, probably start at 11:30.
We're talking about the parade starting at 11:15 now, so you want to do, what time you want to start?
We'll be ready at 11.
Okay. Okay, and then you serve till you run out. Okay? That's fabulous. What kind of garbage facilities do you know that, do you run garbage cans?
We need to have some volunteers to, that can help carry out the trash when it's done, because, we typically don't have any, being that that's a Saturday, we don't have any staff. Pretty much when Public Works is 4:30 on Friday, and if they come out with one of those, citizens.
I'll put my name down for the garbage pickup. We're gonna have a truck that we can just throw it in.
That was the vote.
The dumpster there, the one that's behind the gate, compactor, we got the little cracks there. I'm sure it is. We have a,
You're done.
we can dump it in the compactor.
Oh, we forgot to get you a duck.
I've been working on that, but I have to feet.
Duck feet, oh my God. All right.
How many
Get in
garbage
there.
cans are we gonna have and where are they gonna be?
There's already a couple there now, like we're not.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about post office.
And there's one,
We'll
bathroom.
just make sure that they're empty, come Friday evening.
Yeah.
We got a couple of extra.
And then you all are gonna have your fire truck to the post office in there, to the last two. Okay.
Oh, one thing, for our last meeting, probably mentioned that first thing, the first email to the participants is, please do not throw candy. And if you're gonna give out candy, it needs to be handed out. I think,
Is there a problem?
well, we're fearful that people run out to get
Liability.
the candy and then get run over.
Through meetings.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we had an issue at the Clayton Christmas parade with that. Children would run out into the street. It was terrifying.
Yeah, we don't wanna be on national news.
You sure? Marketing.
Not that.
Yeah.
As long as they spell our name.
Jason, you were going to get us American Music CD, did you get that? By any chance? I just saw that on the list.
It seems like I put it in our card on Amazon, but I have not.
Okay,
American.
that'd be great.
Seemed like last year, was it like iHeartRadio or Pandora?
Yeah, Bill Oliver just hooked up his iPhone to the
Yeah.
speakers.
Yeah.
We'll have to have a CD player though.
It's part of that unit that the church lets us borrow, and it has a CD player.
Okay, I was gonna say.
And Jerry,
So Ken, you're supplying the water, right, for the,
Yeah, we'll take that water and ice.
the big trailer that we used as our stage,
I was gonna ask you.
yeah, we would like that again, but we want to put it in a different location, more towards the front of the church, rather so, not too far, because you couldn't hear.
Right.
So when would you set that up, Friday or Thursday, Friday, whatever?
Thursday, probably.
Thursday, all right. Well, if you let me know, I'll come and help, and
Like
we
y'all-
probably have my
I
team
don't
to put
know, we
on.
might have to redo that, set of steps that we made to go up on there.
Yeah, they're not functional anymore, or- okay. And we had bunting, did you get the bunting that was on it, do you know? Or do we need to order?
A little
What-
decorative.
You know, the red, white, and blue duplickies.
I think we have those upstairs in the thing, I'll check and make
Okay.
sure. those-
Okay, let me know, and if not, I'll order some more. Cause that looked nice, and
Do
then we
those
had the
look-
podium on it,
Yeah.
did we have the podium?
We have a podium, it's not the nicest, but we have a podium. Those banana flags, they still look pretty good, that y'all stick in the ground for that entrance.
Yeah, we need to put those
okay,
there.
so we have those,
Bruce, we have a place to put that on. We're gonna move it.
put the flags?
No, the stand.
The trailer,
Yeah, the
we have to
review
figure out a way to put it.
No, that trailer for what?
stand. For the review stand, you know, we were gonna move it up closer because we were,
This is
Sort of
not
the tail end of
something,
everything.
but something.
And or far from the
Something like
road.
that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Far from the road.
Participant.
The banners,
Need to be down.
so
That's pretty.
probably about.
I mean, it's gonna be in this area?
That's
This
pretty.
way.
Closer this way and
Move it up
closer to the road.
Closer to
I'm sure Holly will tell you exactly where she is.
I heard that.
the, sort of around the thing, instead
I
of
think
down
Ken's
here.
gonna be watering
Right.
plants too.
We were all by ourselves and nobody was there, but we were just gonna move it closer up.
I think, yeah, right, on the asphalt?
We could put it right there at the, or just on the side up there.
Okay.
It wouldn't hurt a thing, just.
Yeah.
So do you wanna meet us up here Thursday and
Sure.
help us decide?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let us know when you want us to show up, Mr. Director. Okay.
Parking shouldn't be a problem, should it? For the Fourth anyhow.
Every man for himself.
But I mean, can we, so that it's not a cluster, can we have somebody, a volunteer for parking?
They get here real early to make sure that they get there. They did last year, they were here early. so
They
could
lined up along the road.
Yeah, yeah.
We've already had a conversation with the contractor to ask them to move their equipment.
Thank you.
So,
Mhm.
we talked with them yesterday, and they're supposed to have it out by that
And I
Thursday.
sure would love it if that Windstream would fix those dumb orange pipes
Well,
coming out of the culvert.
Since you brought that up, I don't think they belong to Windstream. I talked with them yesterday.
Oh, so who's on?
They told us to speak with Truvista, but apparently there's nothing in there, those pipes, so we may cut them flush to the
It's just
ground.
conduit?
Well, I see True Vistas in this on Ridgepole this morning.
But there's, best I can tell, there's nothing in those, in that conduit.
So you know who put those in, Jerry?
I thought it was Windstream.
I thought so,
Because they
too.
was gonna come back and,
You know, when we were coming back from Evergreen yesterday, I stopped and talked with that guy, and he said, I don't even know about it, so. I was gonna ask Truvista, but if it's not Truvista, we're just gonna cut it.
We're gonna play hack it off and,
Yeah, I mean,
Let
it's,
it roll.
there's nothing, I mean, I don't even know if there's it doesn't look like it's enough to even reach, like, I mean, I don't think there's enough length, so. It probably
Okay, good.
got left.
What did we do last year for parking? Was it a mess? Or did
It
everything?
really wasn't a mess, everybody just parked.
and then put their chairs behind their cars and
Yeah.
sat there waiting for the parade.
Okay, so that's not something we
Are
need
they
to,
doing the car, is
manage.
there a car show?
No, that's
That's
fall.
that's for the Fall Fest,
Okay.
and that's gonna be down by the, okay, so, let me see, got that. Church audio?
What time on Thursday?
Earlier the better, whatever's good, but you know, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm gonna reconsider my agreement to that.
Now, what is this for?
This is us to meet to do the stands.
Okay.
Get it set up.
Walkie-talkies, you, we need two?
You guys for 4, I've got about a dozen.
Okay, so you can bring whatever you need, okay.
So we can borrow, as they say in Georgia, then, okay, great. Where are you gonna be, Jason? You gonna do the parade thing again like we did last year, or you just gonna run around everywhere?
Yes and yes. I just try to be everywhere as I can.
Okay.
I thought it was so cute, you run here and run there,
Yeah,
or pedaling rather, on the golf cart.
yeah, pedaling.
I mean, I might can volunteer with my crew to help them out their kids, they're that age now, they probably would like to.
Love it.
So we're meeting on the 30th of June, that's the Thursday before, is that what you're saying? And what time, can you do it on the 30th of June, Mr. Allred?
Yeah, I have a breakfast downtown at 7:30, and I'll be done by about 9, so if you make it 9:30, that would be pretty good.
9:30, okay.
I think those porta potties are supposed to be delivered Friday too.
Friday, okay.
They will be there from Friday the 1st until the 5th.
It's gonna be fun, I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm gonna be in Florida at a wedding July 4th, outside in the heat.
Oh, my God.
Perfect. Bless your heart.
Outside in Florida at a wedding, so you won't be here on the 2nd. Oh, great.
You know, it's,
You just have to quit going to weddings and
well, it's a
stuff.
favorite grandson, so I'm going. He's a teacher, so.
Okay, oh, of course.
One other thing, kids' events. Petting Zoo, is that what we decided before?
Are we talking about Oktoberfest now?
No, 4th of July.
That,
Did we have,
no,
pardon me?
I said, he doesn't know about either event.
Okay.
It was, because for Oktoberfest, that's a big showing in Perry, showing cattle or whatever.
Mhm.
He's hoping he's got enough volunteers to still do it. But it was something they have, they'll be out of school. So I don't know if they do
4th of
it.
July.
It's
He's talking Fall Fest, I think.
Oh, but he was saying both.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll get to that, but for the 4th of July, is that feasible?
Well, you gotta call that guy back, you and I do, and he,
It'd be fun if he could.
oh, yeah.
That would be
But
good.
I said, don't know in the summertime, how many people he can get, you know, not in school.
It seemed like the last 4th, after the hot dogs, people just went the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then like, cause about 2 o'clock I left, and like, it was like a ghost town, and then
Yeah.
about 7 o'clock, people started coming back in.
For the-
Well, they start doing the drive-through, which we will do that again.
And finding their preferred spot for the fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, it really thinned out
Yeah.
after about 1 o'clock, so.
I really don't think you need a petting zoo for
Yeah.
July 4th.
Okay.
It does empty out pretty quick after the
Yeah.
parade.
Because they're here with their families.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
mean, they got the breakfast, the duck race, and then the parade,
Parade.
then they wanna go
The
rest.
lunch.
Free hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
then
no children's
barbecues
events.
at 5:30.
I would say
so-
no, the duck races
And the parade.
and the parade
kids'
satisfies
events.
that.
The only thing that we heard after the fact of last year was when there was some consideration about maybe doing a cornhole tournament. There was a lot of people that were disappointed there was nothing planned with that, so that, but I don't recall anything on I know the bouncy houses were not under consideration. I don't recall any feedback on that. but
There was one person.
But they were mostly, it was, we were looking forward to the tournament, but again,
I
people
think-
kind of thin out, so.
I think we're offering enough. I do. I agree with
But if you
you.
don't have, if you don't mention that, then.
No, we're not gonna talk about it this year.
I mean, it'd be fun to market it for some other time, maybe in the spring or something when, I don't know. But for these, I think, no, that's gone.
Okay.
You know, since we will not, we're looking for bids to possibly put a rock facade on the head walls of our new culvert. Maybe we could do some sort of bunting on the culvert head walls, that would be kind of nice. I don't know how we would stick it up there, but,
I'm meeting with the guys, Stone Mason today at one.
are you?
We talked about it, so I was able to, after about 6 phone calls, actually found somebody that would call me back. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we'll get somebody that can give us a reasonable.
I don't know that we
We'll
have
talk
it
about the
done
other
by
option
then.
too, that.
Yeah.
So that gorilla take my whole.
The gorilla tank, yeah. Well, all right, you know, we'll talk about that too.
We
Okay.
will, we'll have the barricades and stuff down there too, for the fireworks. We always put barricades down where the police sits, and they stretch the barricades out where people don't come on by.
No, on top.
What is the barricade? I don't know what that is. I mean, you do.
To block people from.
Oh, okay.
A barricade, yeah, people just,
Oh,
they want to get as close as they can to fireworks. And we-
I got you.
About where that lady's house is, that last house on the left.
Yeah, y'all barrier.
Oh, that's about where.
You do a barrier so that nobody goes down.
Right.
Because we'll have, there'll be a police officer down there county.
But which police officer will we need one to lead off the parade. We always have one of our guys. They block off the road and then whoever's on duty, whatever.
Well, they will have, it'll be pretty much everybody will be working that day,
Yeah.
so I'm sure it'll be
Okay,
Vaughn or
Ron,
Ron Vaughn.
okay.
Well, let me ask you this, as far as the culvert finish. When we built the area over here where we have the pancake breakfast, there's a plaque on the wall of everybody that contributed. They had like a silver, gold. People said, okay, I'm gonna invest X amount of money in the building the building back there. I mean, is that something we would consider for the head wall?
Depends on how much they're gonna cost us.
Just a thought, and then put a plaque up there where, you know, John Smith and blah, blah, blah. Is that doable? Just a thought.
Whoever is bidding to do that, if they could project like a picture of what it would look like, I think you'd get some volunteers.
I think that's very, CAD, they could do that easily.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm, like, this is kinda off the wall, but at the rec department down there, you got all the people that are around the rec department and they hired somebody to do the dugout versus people that had kids that played versus coaches that done concrete work and all that, that could actually build the dugout, you know, and it would have been a lot cheaper. I mean,
Okay. Good suggestions.
So is that pretty much
We
it
thought
on?
we would have a bust of the special projects director's face. You think that would be good?
Yeah, I think so.
But not for the kids, not be scared.
Am I bleeding here?
And you'll be making that.
Air horn, you gonna try to get an air horn too? Okay,
It's on my list.
on your list, I'm glad it's on your list, Mr. Streetman.
I kept one on the deck for the Bears.
Did it work?
It gets our attention, yeah.
Bobcat, that works.
Yeah, but did they just look and just?
No, I mean,
They-
They don't like the noise, they
they
don't
don't
like.
like-
On
So
that,
you have an air horn?
Uh-huh. Well, I had one. I don't have one for this season.
Oh,
The bear took it.
Very good.
And now you should blow at him.
the police sort of have some kind of, they got some off the wall horn they could blow for that.
it's in their car, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a PA system on it.
Does it?
But Ken, I'll tell you a story. I had my paintball gun out on the deck. This is several years ago. I was out of town, came back, Kathy says it's gone. So she called the police. And they found it out in the woods. In the hopper. You could see the bear teeth marks on it.
So the bears
The
did
bear
not like it.
took it off the deck.
The paintball gun?
Mhm.
It was flavored.
Yeah, they were paint, the balls were paint. So we ready for Fall Fest.
All right, we're through with that. All right, we're gonna talk about Fall Fest.
I would like to say first, we need to really get on these invitations. I've already had 2 invitations to future craft shows. That get it close, and we need to get out there before everybody else does.
Okay?
And another thing, and it just dawned on me the other day, the Garden Club does that little craft show every year, and it's gonna be in July.
It's the third Wednesday in July.
And they're already full of people, and that's gonna be a good source. And they're already familiar with Scott Valley, they already know the situation. That'd be a good source.
Let you and I get together, and what I may do is see if we can split up the sponsors with the group, and go ahead and get that involved, get the sponsors, but you and I can kind of handle the vendors.
I think we need to
Now,
do that.
the sponsors' money is just gonna go into the fund to pay for the Fall Fest. Is that what we're
Mhm.
saying? Okay.
Who's gonna solicit those?
Well, that's what I was saying, we can kind of, I've got a list of several that Linda had before, and we could maybe add some.
Not at night.
When you want the feather flags up for the 4th of July?
When we put them up last year, the end of June, the first, yeah.
Well, but if we're doing it on the 2nd.
Yeah.
We need it up the week, I do it the week before,
We need
maybe.
to do it for something.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we doing any advertising, or are we on that for
Well,
4th of July?
As we will with Fort Raven, for sure, because that's all free. They will advertise all over the place for us. Did you want any more advertisement?
No, I mean,
think Sky Valley Times, I put it on the neighborhood side.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
In Forward Raven, so that's covered.
That's a lot. The Fort Raven does a lot.
And you got $1,000 in advertising.
Okay. Do we need it anywhere else? Did we do posters last year, put in stores? I couldn't remember.
The paper did, they put it in for free into the community calendar for us.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
And I think last year it was MailChimp, and
yeah.
we did some stuff on the website, and we can do something on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
We can get the word out.
I
Yeah,
think most of the commercial stores on Main Street would do it completely.
yeah,
I'm glad to do it,
yeah,
for both of us.
yeah. So you're talking posters in the windows? Do we want to get posters done? It's up to y'all. What do you think?
I would give you just a little bit of advice, just an 8.5 by 11 sheet on heavy stock with a logo or something, and just the dates and the a brief explanation.
So we don't even have to have a printer, do it, we can just do it,
Yeah,
yeah.
you could do it yourself, and, if you put up something really big, that it blocks the window or the door or whatever,
Right.
they don't want you to do that.
All right, so who would like to do that?
Distribute it or do it.
Uh-huh.
I'll be glad to distribute it.
I will help you distribute it.
Okay. Okay, I'll do the posters. We're doing it for both, 4th of July and Father's Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you, the craft shows that I've been in, the ones who advertise and put it out there the most, are the most successful. I mean, it's as plain as that.
Okay, why not?
But where do you advertise?
Well, there's a place that we're saying here, I think signage is huge. You know, especially downtown Clayton and Dillard.
Forward.
Oh, I thought you were talking vendors.
No.
At the radio station,
I mean, if we don't have vendors.
That's the whole thing.
You know, we had those reusable hay bale trail signs that we had to put up. We had one near the entrance there on just
I
above
was just
Lonnie
thinking that.
Ridge.
Yeah.
We could probably get something,
Just get like a banner thing done and just say 4th of July celebration, July
so
7th.
it seems like we had one, was, well, Jerry, that's up there at the entrance there above Lonnie Ridge, we had one there. And then we had one right there at the main entrance, when you turn into the main part of the city. And
How much those banners aren't real expensive, are
I don't. If you look at the, I've got a breakdown of everything we spent last year. A lot of the ADOM sign stuff was
they? But you got those, did they print the banners or
they
did you go
did, I
somewhere?
mean, it seems like those banners were, they were a little more pricey because it was more
Was
material.
it $40 or?
Yeah, but those are generic, they don't,
80 this year.
Huh?
I said, so they'll be 80 this
Yeah,
year.
that's probably right.
I mean, the thing is that we probably wouldn't do something as nice because it's gonna be specific to that date. Whereas the ones that are reusable,
Yeah,
it's just like, it just say hay bale trail, it doesn't have specific dates, but we could get something made up that's probably less durable with a specific
it's
date.
okay for
that-
both, for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do both. You can have a nice banner made, permanent banner, and have the date on it, and that is like a peel off.
Yeah,
They put it on there. They do that down at Tropical Race, so you can change it.
yeah, that'd be good. All right,
Probably know the answer to this, but I've seen it in Rusty Bike and other places. They've got those screens and it rotates commercials.
the lady who does
Oh,
that
they
lives here in
That's,
Sky
yeah,
Valley.
that's the hit list, that's pretty pricey.
That
Yeah,
is very
She lives here in
expensive.
Sky
Yeah,
Valley.
that's, Woody Blaylock, Woody Blaylock does that.
We could call her and ask her. We could call and ask her.
That guy's on the Clayton City Council, if anybody wanted to, he might volunteer, it's Woody Blaylock owns that. It's called the hit list.
Oh, I thought it
Oh,
was
that's
the,
what the screen and all
The
that?
rolling
oh,
advertising.
I thought it was the lady with the gold roof.
They're partners,
They're
they
partners.
were, I don't know if they.
Okay.
I wanna say it's, the guy's name is Woody Blaylock, he owns the little biscuit place in Tiger.
You're right, that's exactly
Yeah,
it.
it's called the hit list.
well, I've got a list of potentials. Clayton Tribune, is that a good one, is that expensive?
They do a free thing.
Well, it's in the community calendar, I mean, it's not,
It's not.
it's not conspicuous. I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Do we have anybody that could write a press release, that we could get a little story other than the community calendar?
I think we do. And I'm looking right at it.
Okay.
And that's why we'd be uniform, and
Yeah.
everything we have one brand that we're gonna have. So, as far as the Tribune, do you want me to, once you have something, I can take it to the Tribune? Is that good?
All right. I'd like to meet that new editor. We've emailed, but that
Yeah.
doesn't matter
Okay.
politically.
Does Clayton,
Tell them it's
we
double.
offset each other's time?
Have them as a double.
I don't know.
I've never seen it
Is
advertised.
Clayton doing something for the 4th of July?
I've never seen it advertised.
Yeah, I mean,
And I have Ken down here for Facebook, is that you? Facebook, you were gonna put something on Facebook once we have a brand?
I did Sky
Yeah,
Valley Day
yeah.
Parade, yeah.
Okay,
But then we're gonna also run the design contest. And that'll start early.
Okay.
okay,
Bruce,
yeah.
what about Facebook? You can do targeted ads on Facebook. They're
You
very
can.
effective.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, is that something you can do, Ken? Because I don't know Facebook at all.
Well, our media person, whoever, whoever posted all that stuff.
The one that quit or the one?
Yeah.
The one
that's
that quit,
coming.
one we're hiring.
But it's not expensive.
Just gotta run off,
For
but
$50, you can get
Wow.
Yes, you do, Caroline.
So,
thousands of views.
yeah, Bud, one of our
we'll
friends.
talk that off camera.
No.
So Facebook, who's gonna champion that?
Well, Jason will take care of the city Facebook, and Ken will do the Sky Valley neighborhood
can-
Facebook, and
Okay,
If we've got something,
as long as you bang.
I mean, I can post something to the, I mean, I have access.
Okay,
to-
now, are we talking about July 4th, the first one?
no, we're on,
But
Fall
we're
Fest
talking about
now.
Fall Fest now.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is just Fall Fest.
Yes.
So I'll do the Clayton once we get the brand.
But,
Once we get
that's
a
fine, it should be
template
there.
of the advertisement, it'll
All right,
go on
thank you so much.
everything.
So
Yes.
the Facebook's
And
covered.
that's about done, isn't it?
How about the radio station? Is that some possibility, or?
So I'm serious, actually, I don't know anything about local radio.
I don't know anybody down there anymore. They all are different people, but, you know, there's a possibility they do a remote broadcast.
Well, I was thinking that, and
They-
prior to it, they could say, such and such, and that, please join us on October 15th at Sky
I
Valley.
listen to them in the car, and they do advertise.
Does anybody know anybody there?
It's probably not free though.
But don't they do on site also for the day of the event?
Well, that's kind of what I was looking to see, if they could do it and then
Is that a
advertise.
charge for that, for the on-site?
Typically, yeah,
Yes,
that's called a remote,
yes, it was not free.
I'm gonna check into that.
Okay,
Ford Raven,
we got that.
you've got that?
No, well, J.D. Garrett is our representative on the marketing committee, so she can do it.
So that's-
The sooner the better, yeah. We get
I'm
it.
just gonna put G down there.
And I mean, they have like Atlanta TV and all sorts of media that they contact.
How about the Laurel magazine? Does that have a,
I think it's great.
It's excellent. It's a great,
A
Yes,
lot of people read it.
right.
okay, so who can,
I know the lady.
I knew
You
somebody,
know-
I know, but I knew somebody last time said they.
Holly, can you do the Laurel?
I'll ask her and see, if she would, we'd have to put it in the September, and I wonder, or the October, which one you want me to
It needs to go in September.
do? September, you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Okay, I don't know if she's, will charge us, but I'll call her and talk to her, she's very nice.
And
She
might-
said it was cut hair of all the breadths, or,
Really?
yeah, all right,
She might tell us she thought it was better in September or
okay.
October.
Yeah, it depends on when it comes out.
Festivals.net, somebody mentioned that before, anybody heard of that? Festivals.net?
We need to go up to, Scaly and talk to them.
Gillette's?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because they, that's a list of all upcoming craft shows and stuff like that, so it does need to be.
yeah.
Well, yeah, Mount Laurel does that too, they have all the,
We've got some little free papers, Macon County and Raven and.
do we have one in Reading?
Oh,
I don't know.
But that's all I had for
well,
advertising or publicity.
I don't know, that's a good question, I don't know.
Do we need, too early, we need to also set a date, we need the signs to put downtown and, have a target date for that. Not gonna slip up
A month before,
on,
I don't know.
is that enough time, or?
Yeah, month before is fine.
So that would be September 15th, whatever day of the week that is. What day of the week is
September 15th is a Thursday.
that? Okay.
Good.
Okay.
also is Rosh Hashanah.
Oh. What,
No, first day of the span, okay, so we have it.
we'll get to that. Are we gonna get the t-shirts?
Do what?
Are we gonna get the t-shirts?
Y'all got a copy of your budget there, Madam Mayor. That would come out of supplies and materials. There's a little over $7,000 in which we spent almost $3,500 on hay bales alone last year, so.
Would that with the signs and the banners also?
Well, some of the signs can be reused, but I know we're not talking about hay bale
Of course,
trails.
we're talking about selling the t-shirts.
Right,
Okay, so,
We're not giving them away, we're selling them.
right.
So we'd have to have a table somewhere and somebody selling them.
Yes,
And that's the fault.
yes.
Yeah.
And,
I had no idea how many you would order or.
well, that's
How
why I
much
was
they
calling
cost.
Jason to see
Size.
if they could, TMZ says they didn't do them. They went back to 2019.
Okay. So I don't know who did them. Little
So-
Lapros would know. but-
Let me look in my book.
Okay,
I'd like to know
yeah.
how many sizes, and I'd also like to have a discussion of, should we do both short sleeve and long sleeve? I know people up here like the long sleeve, because they can wear them,
Oh, it doesn't
but
matter.
a lot of these people take them back to Florida, and they don't wear long sleeve very much. And I was wondering if we ought to,
The city sold them 2 years ago, is that when we had them? With
Right.
the black, then they
The
were
black-
all
yes.
long sleeve, but the city sold,
Right.
bought and sold those.
Do they sell well?
Okay, I mean, it wasn't, we still have some left over, so, and we kept reducing the price to try to get rid of
Well,
the
did
seller.
What's examples will do that?
did people know that they could get them there?
Yeah, they put it out on the city's
Yeah, we put it out
several
a few
times.
times to try to
But I
get.
think this year we're gonna have more publicity on it because we're gonna do the design contest for the back. Your logo will be on the front.
Oh, it doesn't have to be, you can do whatever you want.
I'm doing it, so your logo will be on the front.
Your picture.
And on the back, we'll have a design contest to
Cool.
design it.
That'd be
And
good.
I think anything, our only requirement is saying, this is the front logo, you do the back, and the only thing it needs to say is Georgia's highest and coolest city.
Okay.
Well, I definitely, we're gonna large and extra large. Now, are we gonna do them for the children? Or are they just gonna be for the adults? Because it could get crazy.
It could get
Size.
sized if we got it in child sizes. I think we ought to do just adults.
And a fair amount of smalls and that, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We got some large people here, so we probably need more than extra large.
Quit talking about me.
I went over to the pro shop to get some clothing, and everything, all that's left is 3XL and 2XL. Everything else is gone.
Is it marked in here?
They can't get shirts and stuff, they can't get material, they can't, I got a friend that's got a golf shop in Florida that's half empty, and it's not because he's not ordering,
Wow.
can't get it.
Wow.
Okay.
How are you going to do your contest? Kim, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I thought we'd put out the logo and say this is our design,
Okay.
and we'd like, anybody that would like to submit a design for the back.
You're gonna have them submit it digitally to you?
Yes,
Okay.
digitally.
Okay,
6 weeks ahead of the October fifth?
Yeah, and time, that's why I wanted to get the number and
Yeah.
stuff to get the printer, the t-shirt people to tell me when they had to have it
Right,
deadline
right.
so that we can have them. But then, I don't know, this committee can be the judge of which design
oh, you can.
we like. And
How do you advertise it?
the city website, Facebook neighborhood, the Facebook page from the city, I think it'll get out. We got 2,500 people on Sky Valley neighborhood now, so.
Question, what if we don't put a date on, or even a year on this, so that people feel like they're not wearing something that was last year?
I had not envisioned a date at this time, but that was something that I wanted to talk about.
I don't think they've been dated previously, because I
I
think.
think they were, weren't they?
Mhm.
a craft beer fest we
The
had
last
and it
one
wasn't
was-
dated.
It wasn't
I don't think
dated.
they've ever been dated. so.
And I've seen,
Good.
I thought about craft beer
How many
was.
signs, how many shirts do you have on the order?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out, how many we ordered in the past, to give it some kind of
I
answer.
don't know.
I think with
I
the
can look it
unique
up.
design and stuff, they might sell quite a
Yeah.
Is
bit.
there a price point y'all want the shirts to sell for? 20?
Well, we
Well,
gotta
it
figure out how
depends on
much they cost.
That's what they're
Well, I'll check in Linda's book, because going through it, it seems to me I saw one or two companies that she had used in the past, and I'll get that.
Well, I know it wasn't TMZ, because they went back to 2019 and couldn't find.
Well,
any.
could they though?
Linda's book,
Yes, they can, they'd love to.
Yeah, yeah.
Linda's book ends at 2070, it's like 17, 16, 15, 14, something like
Well,
that.
I wonder how much they would charge us.
I don't know.
I see the city.
Tropical
Yeah,
rays.
yeah, that's,
Tropical
I seen him.
rays in that.
You know, I thought I had that somewhere, Tropical
Because
Way.
they're a local company.
he
that-
talked, that's who he talked to, yeah.
Let's
Yeah, that's what I
see,
thought.
let's see that our banner.
I do.
Yeah, they do. They went through all the stuff they do for you.
Tropical Rays,
Yeah,
Um,
do you know who they are?
yeah, I talked to them.
Okay, is that, are
They
they,
work for the city.
Okay. you know,
Hey, let's go.
12 Spies, I don't know who does their t-shirts.
You're bad, man.
Just a
Did he say something?
possibility.
I missed it.
I don't know, I figured I'd contact several companies and see,
Just
give
a
us a
big,
good price.
yeah.
And I'll look in the book, but like I say, 12 Spies has always had some nice t-shirts.
Well, I still see people wearing the craft beer t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that little printing company that has t-shirts there in that strip area where Rusty Bike is, all the way down to the end?
Oh, do they have, I haven't even noticed one.
Yeah,
I hadn't noticed one there.
yeah, we had, short made or something like that.
That's in press, but they've kind of morphed, they've kind of went to their own brand. I think they're doing, of these mountains or something like that, it's, they're kind of competing with the Wonder North Georgia crowd,
Oh,
but, I don't know if they're doing customized stuff anymore.
Okay, we good there on the,
Well, we'll just explore cost of each and then we'll make a decision.
and we'll come back in the meeting because you all love meetings.
And you're gonna get back to me on any kind of numbers that Linda may have had on how many she ordered. or-
yeah,
And the cost of these, we wanna sell at cost here, right? I mean, if it's,
I just sent a message to my secretary with our lodge, we had some shirts, $20 per t-shirt, Tropical Rays.
That's what they charge?
And
Wow.
we're basically selling them for what we got in them, so you're probably looking at $20 each, ballpark.
is that long sleeve?
Not short sleeve.
well, I know the ones, the black ones
Typically,
are
they've
long
been
sleeve.
long sleeve in the past.
Yes.
I've got several of them.
I think I may have a short sleeve craft beer.
A long sleeve would probably cost.
The craft beer was short sleeve.
Yeah.
I think they were $25.
Is that what they were?
Is what we paid last time when I bought mine. I think they were $25 for the long sleeve.
The design on front and back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, logo here and then it's
Just
design
on
on the back.
And then a big one on the back, yeah.
Can we have a snake on there,
No,
on the t-shirts, no snakes?
no snake.
Yeah, not for you.
Maybe Bradley.
Right.
Next is, are we done there? Can we go to, we ready to go to the next?
Yes.
Food. The club has agreed to supply food and beverages, just soft beverages, over there, right around where the car show's gonna be.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of another one over here. Now, we mentioned the shed, and Ken, I know you said they were expensive. Well,
They were good, it's delicious.
it is.
It was good, but
Very good.
very expensive.
I went to the one over there by the Curry Brewer, and it was expensive. Shoot, Ken, a month ago, we came back from Florida, and Kathy and I stopped at McDonald's,
Oh, I
and
know.
it was $21.
I stopped just.
$3 for fries now.
So I think, I don't know if we're gonna find any food vendor that's cheap that you wanna eat.
Well, I did talk to Jennifer, and Sid Weber will be selling either hot dogs or sausage dogs or something. We'll
Okay.
Try to.
No, but that's for Fourth of July,
No,
correct?
he's talking.
No, I'm
That's
talking
Fall
about
Fest?
Fall Fest.
Okay.
No, we're not competing against free ones.
Yeah.
Do you think that would take place of a food truck?
Well, no, I don't, I think
I
that's
mean,
one
do
of,
we
I I think that could be one of several
Yeah.
out there.
Well,
And we might wanna see if other charities might wanna.
Chris is gonna do it down here,
Yeah,
so what are we gonna have over here? The hot dogs are gonna be for the 4th, right?
yeah.
So,
So he could do they can do hot dogs and hamburgers. at-
over here, for Sid Weber, over here? That's good.
Maybe by the vendors or something.
Yeah.
You all can have a slot,
We need a slot.
yeah.
But I thought we were gonna try to have some kind of activities over there by the pavilion and.
Well, the kids stuff, what we talked earlier, would be kind of towards that way up in the grass area.
Right behind here, like a petting zoo or
There
something.
was a food truck lady, who contacted me, who wanted to do a hay bale, and I've got her information somewhere, who had an ice cream truck, food truck.
That
We
would be
want
good.
something like
That would be good.
Is that Sweet Carolina?
That's it, Sweet Carolina.
Do you know them?
No, she just emailed me last year, but I'll see if I can find her email.
If you can, because I'll do that.
Okay.
Is there gonna be a bake sale?
No.
Okay.
Listen again.
Praise the Lord.
I mean,
You
don't
don't want a big sale?
unless a church would want to do it, or a club, or whatever, I don't know. It's always sell stuff. Garden club,
Boiled peanuts.
garden club want to sell plants, or,
Is that a winner or is that,
Maybe the chapel would do cookies and.
yeah.
is that something you can check into?
Yes.
The boiled peanuts, believe it or not, that's always been big at the Foxfire Craft Show.
Yeah.
And the guy.
I love-
Oh, I had it just slimy for me,
They're
but,
slimy.
but he has a place, I think, week in, week out across from Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said, you know, you many times, he'd probably like to do it.
Can you hook us up on that?
Boiled
That's the way
peanuts.
right there.
Is that worth
Well,
going
I'm
after?
sure people would buy
Yeah,
stuff like that.
So then we got peanut shells.
Yeah, but they're.
Not
You don't like them? I like
Yeah.
the
I
juice.
know.
They're slimy, yucky.
They're wonderful.
And if you don't cook them right, you get a fungus or something.
Just
How about pretzels?
That's-
Is there any places around that do the big old pretzels?
That's Yankee, honey, but I do love it. I want Yankee.
You got the ice cream, the.
We're gonna call
I
the
think
Sweet
that-
Carolina.
I think that-
You get that to me and I'll follow up on
Okay.
that. Funnel cakes.
That was the other thing I was thinking, anybody do funnel cakes, that's always a biggie.
I think Ken does.
No, I don't like them.
I don't either. I don't like
What
peanuts.
else did I agree to do? Oh, check the chapel.
All right, the chapel.
You don't like-
And it's not gonna be a sale, it's just gonna be handing out cookies. Are you gonna charge for the cookies or did you?
So
Yeah, it'd be a fundraiser.
Yeah,
Okay.
fundraiser, yeah.
Gotcha.
Cookies and pieces of cake or brownies or
My
whatever.
farmer them do didn't they do the funnel cakes?
Who's that?
He's very local.
Who's that, Jerry?
He's just been up there several times. You remember Mike Farmer? He went to Blue Lights Church. Him and his friend, they always come up. I think they done funnel.
Do they have like a truck to do it,
In
or?
a trailer, it's in a trailer.
Would you find out about that, Jimmy? That's your assignment. And what's his name?
Mike Farmer.
Mike Farmer, funnel cakes.
If you don't write it down, they do, and then they ask you.
Yeah. That's right, we want to see it written. Would that be enough food?
I think so. What's everybody think? Beer and wine, is that a up or down?
We have to get special, we have to get permission to do
Well,
It's over there.
We
that.
wouldn't
No,
have
not
to,
over there, no.
so that's a possibility.
If that's up to the club. then-
Mm-hmm.
They would probably do it, but one thing, you couldn't leave the property with it.
Is that the rule?
Yeah, except for Norland.
I'm telling you.
Except-
Pop.
Why is that weird?
In Norland's?
No, I mean, why is it weird?
Oh,
I
I
got our
just,
license on the truckers and facilities,
just for liability purposes.
property that we.
What do you
Just
think?
remind you that the city of Clayton does that, thing where they sell tickets and you buy
Clayton
beer and
Crawl.
wine, walk, yeah, Clayton Crawl, everybody walks all over town and stuff.
Yeah.
They do, that's
There's a
it.
way to do it.
Well-
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a special.
pay permit or whatever, I mean, because I've heard some.
I guess their council has to approve that, is that the way it works?
Well, what do we do with Grab Fest? Because people are walking around with beer.
I don't know, Linda took care of that, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
I just know she had to apply for a temporary alcohol license or something.
next item I have is a car show. And I have that down for me. I've got Gary Campbell and Sue King that does signs for Charlie Fitton.
Charlie Fit.
Those are the two I have,
And that's
Gary
gonna-
Campbell and Charlie Fitton. Now, Bill Otis, I talked to him Sunday, and he says he's never really orchestrated
Well,
anything, but
he's
put,
selling his house and moving anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you've got the car show. Okay.
so that's,
What's the guy that's in the club, I think he's been in and out of, was it Davidson? That lives.
Yeah, up at,
I mean, he
Kings
has,
Mountain.
he has like 20.
Yeah, he does.
He might be a good connection.
can
I
you
don't
get,
know, I don't know him personally.
You
You
know
know?
him?
Yeah, I know him.
What's his name?
It's Davidson knows the last
Oh,
name.
his wife is related to the Publix folks, that's where they got all their money. Kay Davidson and, her name's Kay.
Yeah, I've met her. They're friends, I think.
The Smiths know him real well and the Carters know him real well.
The Carters know, yeah.
They were
David and Vicki Carter can tell you who it is.
Yes.
I get ahold of them. I've met her.
Dick.
Dick
Dick Davis.
Davidson, okay.
is power, is that gonna be a big issue? We're gonna have some extension cords, or is that been a big issue at the, for the vendors?
Well, I thought you said
I
they
don't
had to
think
bring
we-
their own.
Yeah, I don't think we can provide it for him.
Okay.
If it's not already in place,
Okay.
it'll be if you need it,
Yeah.
other than maybe
Don't they
food
bring their
people
own
if they have generators.
generators?
Sponsors, I'm gonna get a list out to everybody here, of the sponsors that Linda had solicited in the past, and see if there's any others we wanna add.
And then see if there's anybody here have any connection to those people.
Yeah,
But it's a lot easier to sell than somebody that's coming in cold.
yeah, so I've got that, that's a me. Pray for me, yeah.
Amen.
Children's activities, and I'll go back to parking and shuttles. But, so we've got the porta potties, right?
Is that a children's activity?
Pretty much.
No,
I thought it was no end.
I was just gonna say,
We have 4 reserved.
Can you have one right by my tent?
sir.
Yes. Well, we can have the little boys and see who can pee across the creek.
I'll compete.
Not me. Children's events though, are we gonna do a petting zoo?
That's what I was telling you the other day. The guy is gonna get back with me.
Mm-hmm.
That weekend is a big show in Perry, Florida,
Mhm.
Perry, Georgia. And, he said he wants to do it, because he said, I like to get our name out like that.
Yeah,
And he said, if I can come up and volunteer, I told him.
this is the guy in the bus?
No, this is the Brigham County.
Oh.
And I said, well, Lou and several other people would be glad to help with that. Volunteer.
Jim,
And
can you,
Grace,
can you,
As many little
see if you can make that happen?
He's supposed to be calling me back, as well as, we need to talk to that lady at, Blue Ridge, that has the blue bus.
Yeah, I had you down for that, is that right?
What?
Ken, for the, fire truck ride?
No,
No,
this.
no, we're talking about-
No,
Oh, that's that Ken.
Yes.
no, we're talking a petting zoo bus.
no, it's two different things. It's the petting zoo, but this is the lady down in Dillard,
Okay.
Mountain City, that has Blue Ridge, and they have a blue bus, and they do activities in the
Oh,
bus,
that's that,
and then activities right outside the bus.
that's what we
And
want.
we are, I'm sure, we are
Mhm.
nonprofit.
So is
What
that
are
something, Jim, you can do?
Well, I've already, but we need, I'll talk to you later, we need to.
Yeah, you and I,
So we need to get the paper in hand.
Yeah.
Do
Because-
we're gonna need to spend some debt time.
it. Yeah.
make that happen?
No beer until this is all done.
No scotch.
Or no cigars.
We'll forget it then.
I'm done.
That would be great if we had that little blue bus. Go on there and color or whatever she had.
And you know, she teetered with me as far as, I said, well, what kind of cost factor is this? And then that's when she went over the profit line.
No.
And, I think she'll probably do it very cheap, but I don't know. I'm hoping she'll do it free and we can waive the charge to them,
Yeah,
you know. But we'll see.
okay.
Face painting. Are we done there?
Yeah.
Face painting, who does that? Who have we used in the past? Did we do face painting, last year, fall? We did have a fall
We,
fest.
that, the one of the last ones that I participated in was pumpkin painting rather than face painting. They had the little tiny pumpkins, and kids could come paint them and take them home.
Who ran that?
I don't know.
I know the kids always seem to like the face painting, but do we know anybody that does it? Okay, no face painting.
You did pretty good at that.
The artist.
Yes, she's an artist.
I have done face painting in a former lifetime.
I'll tell you what, it's gotta be, I mean, sitting out there in the sun, unless you had 2 or 3 people, it's gotta be a booger of a thing.
After a few hours.
You're tired, you're tired.
Yeah.
You're like this.
How about just a little pumpkin painting? I think that would be fun.
What
Just
else
make
is-
little pumpkins.
Sell
The
those
kids.
little ones? cheap?
Yeah, I don't know. Jerry, you know somebody that'll sell us little baby pumpkins for cheap?
Ain't nothing cheap.
Well, I mean,
Reason.
cheaply,
Ricky James at Osage's guy, that's where we normally do.
yeah. Would you check with him to see how much little, you know, those little cooking pumpkins
Yeah,
things
yeah.
are?
How many
kids-
How many we talking about?
Well, last time we mentioned 50. Is that enough?
I mean, you just have as
Cut
much
it,
as
cut
you
it
have.
off and then we're.
Then if you're done, you're done, yeah. I don't know.
If it's small, it's easy for them to carry, or the parents to
Yeah,
carry.
Mhm.
yeah.
Now, who supplies the paint?
We spent $300 in pumpkins last year, Osage.
Okay.
How much?
But that,
$300.
that was for the hay bales. That was for the hay
Yeah,
bales.
but I'm saying, but
You
it's
buy
still,
enough of them.
but it's
big
still
ones,
coming out of the
just
same pot.
give us some small ones.
Yeah.
Well, you know we're gonna be buying enough of those big ones. We are.
So who's gonna supply the
Yeah, the
paint?
hay bales are gonna go nuts this year.
We're gonna be out on the golf course, I think.
And I'd like to see us do the University Road again.
Yeah, I would do.
Different schools, colleges.
Yeah, yeah.
Competition.
We had it over there by the, yeah, okay. I like the University Road too.
What is that?
You know,
Well,
the
the Tennessee
hay
one
bales.
right from the Kentucky.
Oh, for the, yeah,
And the Florida State goes right in front of the Florida.
okay, yeah, that's,
Dan McAfee did his Michigan State one last year.
He
said-
did, and it looked good.
Yep, he did.
but if we're gonna do the pumpkin painting, 50 each, I guess, and,
50 each what?
50 pumpkins.
Oh, well, however many that Ricky James will give us for free.
And what kind of paint we gonna need?
You just need cheap crap, acrylic paint.
Okay.
But who's gonna be over there doing it?
Yes. Who's gonna teach them how to paint or show them?
When is
Would you
this?
rather,
October 15th.
October of
would you rather do face painting or pumpkin painting?
Yeah, because pumpkin's the end of the tent.
Yeah, it'd be easier.
You could put face
Let's
painting under a tent too. I actually like face painting because it's always little kids.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, so let me ask you
I don't
this.
have any of that stuff anymore. I bought great face paints that were, you know, that would really stay on and,
Permanent.
as opposed to just do
Yeah,
this.
like a tag.
Do the 4th of July, and we still want to face by October.
I would do that if there were like, you know, a little group of us doing it because they all, one child comes and then they all crowd up and then you have a.
Yeah, you're gonna need several ladies.
If we're gonna do that, I agree, you're gonna have to have a little team.
So do that rather than pumpkin painting, is that what you're saying?
Are we charging? Are we gonna charge something?
For face painting, if we're gonna do face painting, I'm thinking
I
no.
think face paints are expensive, just,
Oh, are they?
and I don't have any.
A buck?
Well,
I mean,
No,
buck,
no,
no,
they're costing more than that, don't they?
I mean, to charge the person,
Yeah,
a buck or something.
Yeah, they do. You get good ones, which are easier to use, and they.
I don't know how to do it, so.
It's like any paint, the more pigment, the more expensive, and they look
How
better
does your
because
face
they.
paint?
Freddie gonna be here?
How's your face painted?
Yeah, I mean, volunteers.
I'll do it.
Jared's got a roller, that's all. You're
Face painting, I'll do it.
done next.
That's exactly right.
No, no, it's not.
Have you painted mustaches on the little girls?
No, you're gonna be painting butterflies.
No, I don't do butterflies. Now, okay, are we gonna do face painting or not? Are we gonna do face painting and pumpkin painting?
Well, let me throw one other thing out there that complicated, I guess. But I don't know if we'd have to put something on the, where we're talking about the kids' activity anyway, and that slope is coming down. That's a pretty good sized slope in it. Could we have the grass cut enough that we can have a pumpkin roll that they do like they do in Franklin? That's a huge turnout.
Like a pumpkin race kind of
Yeah,
roll?
and the one
Where
that
y'all
goes,
go?
the one that goes.
I don't know.
Where y'all talking? Where the old ski slope was?
Yeah,
or-
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's,
Pumpkin roll is, or we can have the pumpkin
Bag
float.
of pumpkin.
We have the pumpkin float. Plastic pumpkin float.
Throw them in.
Throw them in.
We're talking about doing the pumpkin float, aren't we?
Do something like that.
Yes.
Do they float?
And the
The
plastic.
little plastic ones.
And you have so much experience with it.
Yeah, she's gotta be painting faces and doing the pumpkin float.
I think with the, you're not gonna get that many people that can do the face painting.
You don't think so?
I don't
If
know,
I'm around, I am.
But I
If
don't know.
I haven't been run out of town,
You have to give it a ring.
if I haven't been run out of town, you heard that, didn't you?
So is, we're on with the face painting or not? Or just,
Would children like more to do the painting or to be painted? What do you think? I've never done a pumpkin painting.
I've never done
Kids.
Didn't they do it
Did they do it?
They
last
did it.
2
I
years
swear
ago?
it's been-
Several years ago, I
Yeah.
did years.
and they do the pumpkin painting
Yeah.
too, so I don't know.
But the kids all wanted to paint the pumpkin.
But you have the, in the budget, you have the money for the face paint.
okay, so we're on with the face painting and we've got 2 people.
All right, if you'll find out how much face painting it is at our next meeting, we will discuss it. Or are we having another meeting? Or
I
since
think,
it-
I think for the 4th of July anyhow, we'll have more meetings definitely for the Fall Fest.
All right, so we're questioning pumpkin float, or face painting, okay.
No, we're doing the pumpkin float.
Oh, we are? Okay, Ken says we're doing the pumpkin float because he's in charge.
Okay.
And face painting.
And it's called the bird.
I will find out how much face paints and stencils.
So we're wanting to
Yeah,
buy,
because
Buy those little,
I have
don't
raised.
they have little plastic pumpkins?
Yes, they do.
Is that Lou too? Is Lou doing that?
That's
Good face
a
painting.
few stencils and
Um,
for that. and-
But I don't know who else.
How about the duck,
Hey,
People
the
with-
duck float? Who's doing
Yeah,
that?
just an afternoon.
she's doing the duck float.
But that's.
Oh, the duck.
That's
Oh,
what,
he's
I'm sorry,
pumpkin.
the pumpkin float.
I think that's Kenny, that's Roberta, he said.
Roberta?
I don't know.
You know, I've only been married 9 years.
and divorce is pretty expensive.
I'd like to make it to 10.
All right, let's leave that as a to be determined.
those pumpkin floats are more expensive than the ducks.
How much are the pumpkins?
Are we talking about ones like this, these little
Yeah,
small ones?
yeah.
Let's, okay.
They're $8 per 30.
Oh, my God.
And,
Look,
How big
keep
are they?
looking. I think I found some cheaper ones.
I don't know, I'm just on
Now, you're saying this is a race?
Oh, wait, no, go, what's that
Yeah,
other
just like the
place?
duck race,
Like-
except it's a pumpkin race
Oh, shoot.
for the kids.
I just got a cattle trading, somebody trading.
crafted.
Oriental trade.
Oriental trading, yeah. Look at Oriental trading.
While you're looking at
Just
that,
a thought,
Uh-huh.
it's going, the last time we done it, we were in winter coats and gloves because it was so cold.
It was cold.
So,
You don't want to get warm.
that and water.
It was yucky that last one. that
Oh,
you
it was
did.
terrible.
Yeah, that's why nobody showed up.
So
Pray for good weather.
the pumpkin painting is out and the face painting in, or the pumpkin painting is in?
I will call and find out about just regular acrylics and then face painting stuff.
Okay.
But I just remember years ago when I did it, you know, for various events like this, it was expensive. And I got stencils and brushes and there were like 5 of us doing it and, you know.
I think we need to
There was always a
hear
line,
Yeah,
but
I think that'd be cool.
Pumpkin
But we did charge.
Fourth, I think.
Yeah, just forget the
Fourth
pumpkin
time,
float.
we got a lot bigger than
Yeah.
October.
Plus, we're gonna have so many people, I don't know. I say, I vote forget the pumpkin float.
Gone.
Okay.
Hay rides,
that's all I said.
who does that?
We talked about, having somebody with a tractor pull a wagon around.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Mason do that?
Or with a Kubota? Or track would be better.
Tractor.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to a guy that did that for us before at the chamber, but I went down to the chamber, we went back through all the stuff, we cannot locate him, we don't know where he is, can't find him, so,
How about Irvin?
struck
He
out.
hit that hay bale tree.
Yeah. Could Irvin do something like that?
Tractor.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Do you have the hay bale trail and waterfall trail? Is that what you're talking about, taking around the look, or what are we
That's what we
talking
were
about?
talking about.
Yeah.
Who's got a tractor? Somebody on Ridgepole has an old tractor parked on its pole. I don't know who it is.
We got a tractor, but we won't.
Who would we contact for
One of that
hay
line.
rides?
Jerry probably could drive a tractor.
Yeah.
We've got that big John Big Rain.
And then you've got that
But
big
still,
thing that
it's-
we're using for the platform.
What do you
Would
use
you
them
put
for?
people on that, or?
That's a pretty heavy trailer.
Okay.
That's what we carry our Kubota with.
Oh, okay.
That's like DOT license kind of
Alright.
stuff. driving
They
stuff.
have done them on that orange trailer behind, the New Holland tractor, the hay rides.
Who's that, Jerry? Us? All right, Jerry, put this on your list. And think about trailer and tractor. Put that on your list.
Which you'd rather drive that day?
You wanna ride on the trailer, or you wanna ride the tractor?
I don't know,
Well, somebody's gonna have a, Class C license, right? For a
Oh,
tractor?
yeah.
for a tractor, you have to have a Class C license?
I would, well, I don't know.
I wouldn't think you would.
I don't know if the kids on the farm have to, but.
I don't think our police would care.
You can see the police pulling over the hay ride.
And you're just,
And
but
Mama, the blue lights came on.
are you talking about driving the tractor on the road by the hay bales?
Yeah, and then over by, over to,
The water.
the waterfall through there.
That's what they usually do. Now, you're not talking outside of Scott Valley.
No,
Because we'll have a bunch
no,
of
no.
hay bales probably out there too, so.
Yeah.
I know that's where you were going.
Okay, the next one is the dog costume contest.
Oh, that's always big.
Huge. And tie that in with Paul for Life.
I think it was Paws for Life. Anybody, I mean, I don't want to volunteer for anything more. I think getting vendor sponsors and all this other, and some of the advertising, I'm gonna be covered up.
Call Jim Curtis, they do a lot with Paws for Life.
I don't know.
No, call Debbie, she'll do it. Debbie Dollhouse.
Oh, all for Life.
She knows.
Yeah, but the parade is always good, that's always cute.
Scavenger hunt. Is that something?
We're all old, we can't walk around that much.
Cornhole contest. Say it.
What?
I thought you said scratch.
Who wants to run it?
Who wants to
Well, see,
stand
that's
there?
the thing, you know, a lot of these,
That's with the fourth issue, nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to do it, nobody wanted to do it.
yeah,
Hang around.
I mean, we do one at Sid Weber, but we have people every year volunteer to run it, and it works out great.
I wouldn't do it.
scratch.
Would they want to volunteer for us?
I doubt it. I think I mentioned it, I think I got slapped.
How many cornhole contraptions do we have?
Kathy and I have two.
The
The
club has a
Macy's,
couple.
the Macy's have several that they usually donate for the Sid Weber.
But again, who's gonna,
Who's gonna
Who's
stay
gonna
there?
run it?
is there gonna be a prize? Where? I mean, our space is gonna be at a premium.
I,
That should be a
I
prize,
make a
if
motion.
we do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's
Mhm.
time for kids, but
Get a beer or something.
Scratch.
Oh,
Scratch.
Oh, scratch.
I've got down here Rucker Family Amusement LLC. Anybody bring that up before? Anybody know anything about them?
Who did that? Who said that? Somebody.
I remember, I just
think
had
it
a
was
note.
you. No. It wasn't you? No, I don't know.
Do we
You
have,
said you saw it in the book, in Linda's book.
it may have been there. So what we've got for children's events or school, Raven County School, we've got the Blue Bus, we got the fire truck rides, we've got the face painting. We've got,
Hay bale ride.
yeah, the hay ride, pumpkin painting, the dog costume, and that's it. Is that enough?
Did we say Paws for Life too? Are they gonna bring?
Well, that was-
Petting, is that a petting zoo?
I had that,
Pet petting?
you know,
Damn, Jim, you're popular.
I know it.
yeah, that's gastro doctor.
Oh, God. I was gonna say,
Anyway,
this is probation officer.
what, the petting zoo is from Raven County, right, Jim?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The Raven County School, that's the petting zoo, so we do have that.
that's Raven County School?
Face painting, we've got the pumpkin painting, 50 each, the hay ride, dog costume, is that enough? Do we need any more than that?
What about
I
the
think,
storage
did you
costs?
say if they're doing fire truck ride down hay bale ride,
No, he
it's
meant
kind
this
of,
big
need to just
He did say fire truck rides.
do.
Yeah, are you gonna do them?
We
They
can,
wanted
it's
it.
first, I mean, it's first.
Where would
come
you
up
ride
with
it? Or
something.
you just, they get to climb on the truck? Is that it?
Yeah, we'll ride them around inside city limits. It's not a big problem.
Okay, so we'll put that in, and that should be enough, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Children's?
Yeah.
It really is a grandchildren.
So you're gonna keep the hay rides with the tractor as well?
Yeah.
You didn't get out of it.
Huh?
You didn't get out of it.
You tried.
You tried.
No, I mean, I just didn't know if they wanted to do both or
Yeah.
just one.
Look, I think we took the demand for the hay bale, people stand in lines and then do the fire truck. Yeah.
with those Kubotas, boy, that drive would be too much on what, you get 6 or 8 people on that. thing.
It would be too much, is that what you said?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
You want the real live tractor.
That
You
trailer.
need the big old noisy, smoky tractor, yeah. Speaking of, I meant to ask you, Jason, I know your daughter, isn't your daughter a cheerleader in high school?
They were cheerleaders, now
Okay.
they're in
They will be again when the school year starts.
the. No, they're on the front of our team for the high school.
Could we get the high school for our 4th of July to have a little band? I would love to have a band to lead off the parade.
Oh, that would be great.
Do
That would be
some
wonderful.
Johnson.
We're like real.
Where will we read? Would you check with the band director and see if you could get up a little, I don't know, drum and fife or a little
Yeah.
band or
They
something?
do have a drum corps.
Who does, the band?
The high school.
I mean, the high school?
Yeah, they performed at the Veterans Dinner every year.
Hey, he plays the guitar and stuff too, get him to do it.
Yeah, from his Kubota?
Look, he's gritting his teeth, he's gonna give me that wow.
If we could have just a little band and if the
Just the
cheerleaders
drum corps
wanted to
would
be.
be great.
Yeah, and the cheerleaders and the baton twirlers or whatever, I think that would be super.
Macy's would be so jealous.
That'd be neat, he's talking about for the parade?
No, for the 4th of July.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I went back, I'm sorry. It just hit me, I wanted to ask him
That
that.
may be fun for the 4th of July, have the, the majorettes or something.
Good. To lead off the dog parade?
I'll get her to do
How
it.
about some
Yeah,
helium
they don't do
balloons?
big race anymore, they do.
Helium balloons.
Wouldn't that be cool?
You don't see
Oh,
big
like
race.
the Macy's parade?
Little student-
What do you think?
That'd be cool. That would be cool. Or, you know, and
I just-
people have flags. I think that'd be
I
fun.
said, Jessica, she knows the left, she used to be their Tony or Coach.
Oh, tell her we'll send her a special plaque. Framed, she'll get it.
Signed by the mayor.
Certificate.
Signed by the mayor, because I know that's so in demand. So to spit on it.
Hey, they were standing in line to buy beer from her.
And you too.
I can't believe the taps are at one
I
end
know,
of
we
the
were
bar and
beer
the cash
buddies
register's
for
at the
Sid
other.
Weber. I mean, it was.
We
a
walked
concrete-
1,000 steps.
Yeah, we did. And didn't spill hardly any.
Hardly. It was full when I started.
Had to sit just a little bit and fall over.
Yeah. How much money did they make?
$2,500.
Wow, Sid Weber, that's great.
This fall marketplace, I don't, did you give that to me? I know they have a place in Clayton and Clarksville.
Oh, that's the guy that does that crash open onto these hills or into these.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, would they be able to recommend some vendors?
yeah, we'll go ahead. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
And so y'all are gonna get next time to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, back to,
All right, that's children's stuff.
that they're done.
They're done then?
Decorations, and this is kind of swerving into the hay bale trail, decorations, flags, corn stalks, wheat, straw, the hay bale.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that, because
Do I wanna talk about that?
You want to talk about it, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about it. We'll have that, we have all that in
Okay.
there. We have the 42,000 pumpkins, and Jerry gets all that, and the corn stalks, and the hay bales, and
Mapping, you've got that. Can, maybe Tony and I, did you figure out how many square footage we had
For the parking lot?
for the parking lot?
vendors.
Yeah, I looked at it, and there's plenty of space for all of them.
For anything, okay. So, we'll just have to lay it out. I say, let's have another meeting right after the, 4th of July for
Okay.
Fall Fest.
Now, you said you're doing a 12-foot by 12-foot space
Mhm.
per.
And then maybe what,
Well, they need 10 by 10 for the tent.
But then this is
Yeah,
the walk
well,
between.
yeah,
them.
and how big are the aisles?
I would
20 feet?
Say 20, 25.
20 foot.
Yeah.
Aisles, okay.
You know, and when we were unto these hills this last time, we were talking to a lady that does craft shows down there at the pavilion. Said they cluster them together and you get more bang for your buck. I mean, like it'd be 2 here, 2 back to it, but you got a lot more room. I just don't see how they do that.
You mean when they back up to each other? Yeah.
The next
I've seen
shows
it.
you have, let me know, because I'd like to go with you.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
But most of it is October, November. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
But I think between this, the people that I've already contacted, and in Linda's book, she has pages of past vendors.
And this one in July, the garden club will be a good.
Yeah.
Well, we just,
Like
we
some of
just
those,
gotta have paper. in
some of
hand
those
and
are
commitment
arts.
in hand.
And that's,
Painting
in the
and
next
that
3 weeks, I
would
want
be
to
myself.
get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I know.
How many vendors do you think we get?
Oh, yeah.
I'd be disappointed if we get less than 50, I think
That'd
50
be
to
fabulous.
75.
God, that'd be fabulous.
That'd be packed.
Yes, it would.
They get humping.
Okay, now comes the wonderful discussion,
Odds and ends,
like parking.
parking, trash cans, volunteers,
Shut
And the shuttle.
shuttles. Well, I've got 3 from before. Now, are these shuttles, ones that we're gonna have to rent?
Yeah.
We
They
have
have
one of the
multiple-
big ones, yeah. Mhm. I don't know how much those cost, I have no idea.
Jason, is that something?
You mean like those
Six.
golf carts?
Yeah,
Golf
big
carts
six-
where they have.
6 or 8.
6 or 8.
Well, I know last year we looked at getting some, and they were in the hundreds of dollars each to rent. And I was having to call like Brevard or like really, I was really trying to get, I had to really,
The
my
six-
search ring trying to find those things. They were
Joe Kelly's son work for a golf cart manufacturer. He's like a regional sales.
He probably does.
No, check with her, see if he has, he can get us
You wanna start checking around, Jason, just give us a ballpark figure for the next time?
And they run between the city pavilion here and the car show.
Yeah, just keep going back and forth, yeah. And they're always full.
Yeah, they carry people around.
Yeah.
See what you can do. I'll have Kat call Joe Kelly, or we may see her tomorrow night,
Yeah,
if I can think about it. Restrooms, you've already got that covered.
We got 4 reserved,
Okay, so that's good.
and that's about, so as you look at what we've got to work with on this budget here, those were about $110 each, so about $450 on those. That has not been paid for yet.
well, hopefully we'll get enough sponsors to where we'll offset some of this stuff, I'm hoping.
Trash cans, monitoring and emptying. I would
I think
volunteer.
Lou's gonna do that.
I'm doing it on the fourth.
I was there with a jumpsuit on the track. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna talk to Rudy,
Rudy wants to volunteer, yes, he
but
does.
see if he can get a team of
Yeah.
volunteers.
Right. He said he would do that.
So trash cans, and volunteers for cleanup. Now, if I can, I will, I just don't wanna commit to it.
You clean it up after everything's gone,
Yeah,
Give that to Rudy's team.
Rudy's team.
yeah, I'm gonna,
Tell him we'll give him special orange vests and everything.
and a bundt cake. That's all I have. I know parking, may be something we wanna focus on the next meeting, and just get an idea where we can designate it. Parking for the vendors, parking for the visitors.
We talked about the chapel
And we-
vendors, didn't
Yes, we sure the chapel is good with that.
I mentioned it, it seemed to be no problem, but let me follow up.
we? No, it was, but even if it was, it's okay. Yeah,
You know, if we can space these right, I think we have some parking out here, you know,
Right.
but not in.
Right.
And along that wide spot on the road.
Right.
Yeah, that'll hold quite a bit, I mean, that filled up on the floor.
mhm. And we've got the parking on the other side of the pickleball courts. Do we need to have the shovel to go up that way too?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Make sure that's cut pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you can even park beyond that front road,
Right.
you can do more than
Yeah,
that.
we could, yeah. That was the last,
The last one we had. it
no,
was
when we had
mine.
maybe 30 people show up or
It was
something, it
mine.
was horrible.
I think I sold $50 worth.
Well, you did good then.
Trying to find out about the band for a second.
That would be
Well, I
fabulous.
I think that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that cool? I
That'd
thought of
be
it,
cool.
I thought of it last year, but it was too late. Wouldn't that not be a parade to come to? That'd be cool.
Does the veterans or anybody like that, would they participate in it?
I don't know.
VFW,
Yeah, the VFW or even the National Guard.
Wouldn't that
or
be
Army
cool
or
if they could
whatever.
show up in their uniforms and be in
And
it?
some Jeeps.
Does anybody know anybody?
that'd be great for the
You
4th
know-
of July
Yeah,
parade.
that's what I mean.
You know,
Yeah.
could you ask him for us, Grace?
Is that gonna be for the 4th?
No, for the, yeah, for the 2nd of July, yeah.
They drive their
Yeah.
tanks.
Yeah, the only parade we're doing at Malfest is the doggy thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have so many people walking back and forth.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Do we need a tent for the face painting? Say we have a
Absolutely.
dishwasher pop-up thing?
I
Are we
think
too
so.
far away from the pavilion to do it there?
Well, let me ask you this, and I'll check with the church. Could we do we have anything set up for the portico out here?
That's good too.
We don't want to face paint next to the porta potties.
No,
Are they gonna be
portico.
Portico.
But you were talking about porta potties, so that's what I
I'll check, with the elders.
Speaking of porta potties.
We got an elder. What do you think, Tony?
I don't think it'd be a problem.
What's that?
We're using up all the rest of the space, what,
The face painting and all,
yeah.
We don't have to rent it or put anything up, it's just come right over here, it's breezy through there. If that's, but I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
Paint will dry fast.
Stand with your face.
Well, you would need a sign directing people over here. I mean,
Mhm.
they would know you were here, they just think it's really some church people just sitting there.
you're talking about October Fest,
You're-
right?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It would probably be more successful if it
If
was
it's on the
somewhere close to
road.
the vendors.
Yeah,
We could- we
Which
could-
the vendors are gonna be right here.
Yeah,
I know.
and then we need somewhere, if we get the radio station.
for them to do it too. Yeah.
And I'm thinking the radio station right up on the hill here.
If they can set up on it,
Yeah, if we have power to it, we'll have to check Tony
Well,
to
it
see.
depends on how many vendors we have and, you know,
Yeah.
what's going on over here. Yeah.
Ken, while you were out, you got volunteers.
What, face painting in the water bottle?
Yeah. You have a seat?
You can,
Just sit
do a
here.
photo op of me, my first penance of watering.
What time did you do it?
I'm going right now, I got them in the
I
car.
will follow you.
Well, you're too hot right now.
You know, I'm doing it now. Listen, the last thing I want is these ladies from the garden club on my butt.
That's right, you don't, do not want that.
You're a smart man.
Yeah. but-
Okay, so, are we adjourned?
When's our next meeting? Don't we need to meet again on July 2nd before?
Okay,
What do you say?
I think we need to meet again on July 2nd.
Just one more time to make sure we're all copacetic.
Well, I had,
We gotta get our ducks in a row.
Better come your way.
Ken?
so, Ken, when do you want to do it again?
I just think we might need
Let me see, in June.
Jason's gone for a while. He's gotta go check in with his parole officer. How many days?
A few.
A few. How about June 22nd?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just fixing to say the 22nd. That's-
June 22nd is a Wednesday.
That's 3 weeks from the day, and that still gives us,
Couple of weeks.
that still gives us a good week or more.
to. That is a garden club meeting today.
It is?
21st?
21st is,
That would be the-
that's council meeting. That is council meeting.
I hear you.
23rd?
23rd.
21st is, oh, that's July, I'm sorry. 23rd.
20,
You're talking about that, about a week away.
Yeah.
That's all close.
yeah, that's close. Let's go to, when do you get back, the night 18th?
That's
Jason?
Saturday, I mean, I'll, but, the 20th is,
The 20th, how about
well,
the
the
20th?
20th, that's technically a federal holiday. I don't know if
Juneteenth.
We'll be open that day, I don't know. Juneteenth, but, I mean, I don't know, I mean, it's, at least from the city standpoint, I feel pretty confident that if we met the 23rd, that Thursday, we would be able to do it. That gives us a week, I mean, a lot of the big stuff we've already ordered,
Okay,
and,
so you're thinking the 23rd,
and
at 10 o'clock is a marketing meeting.
is it, we do that, is that the last, well,
Yeah,
is that the last Thursday? That
How big is this city anyway?
I mean, that meeting
meeting,
starts at 10, I mean, it's too big to go.
Well, what's wrong with Juneteenth, the Monday?
Monday, how about Monday?
I don't think anybody's gonna give us any.
Might be a holiday, that's what he said.
Well, I mean, we haven't,
Is it on our calendar?
no, but we probably need to add that for next year, because that is a federal holiday now.
Juneteenth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a federal holiday now.
And what's it for?
African Americans.
It was when slavery ended.
So you think,
I mean, it's a work day for us, but I'm saying I'm just on the side.
Yeah.
Let's say the 20th.
is the 20th okay with everybody? Same back channel, same back
10.
station?
10, correct?
That's up to you, Mr.
10.
Chairman, okay.
That's trash taking, Jerry, will that be a problem to you? That if you came to that, that's trash day, that shouldn't be a problem, you should.
And we're gonna be here?
The 20th,
Yes, sir.
that will be fine.
And as far as the next one for, Fall Fest,
We can set it on that next meeting.
did we have that one?
Is it 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I just hear the chapel going off.
Okay. I'm on overtime.
Yeah, you get time and a half. You know, it'll be on your council pay check. if you get it.
What did you have, Ken, for the next one?
I didn't have anything.
Let's,
You mean for fall,
for the Fall Fest, the next one.
So then this one will be a quick one, because we're just gonna talk about July 2nd?
Just July 2nd.
Okay,
And then maybe the week of the 11th, July 11th, have another Fall Fest. What do you look like?
I look great, how about yourself? That week's fine with me.
Anybody have any conflicts on the week of the 11th?
Those Mondays,
She'll be back up on the
is that
July the 11th
is
is
the
Monday.
20th a payroll Monday? 'Cause
I don't know.
that may
I'll
be,
have to-
that may,
That may be bad.
well,
I know that that's all they
well,
do.
today's a payday. It's like the 13th is a 13th be a payroll Monday.
How about on the 14th?
26, but on my notes, for some reason I had on the 11th, it says the 11th.
Would the 14th be all right then? That's a Thursday?
Should
Anybody, you okay on the 14th, anybody? Raise your back. All right, so that's, is that all right with everybody?
Mhm.
Special projects.
That's the 14th of July.
Oui.
At 10. And that's July
14th. Okay. Well, I sure appreciate y'all, really. Hey, Ray, wanna have us one thing? Excuse me?
You need to do the minutes, please, so that can be taken off. The minutes?
Approve the minutes.
Okay,
Any,
a motion,
a motion to approve the minutes?
okay. Lou moved, second. Grace?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Karen.
Don't know what we do without you, girl.
I've already told her she's here for life, she just doesn't know it.
Is the portico open for facilities right now?
The portico?
Yes,
Portico, yes. Jason, if you can get the band, that would be super, and if you can get the guys, the entire
Joe,
military.
Chris is going.
Gary was gonna try Rick's, the GPS finish, the 52
Uh-huh.
stuff, so I
He
think,
could lead a week parade.
yeah, well, he could.
He could be with
Well, I've got 3 kids in the
Yeah.
band now, so Justice's gonna reach out to the band director, and
Oh, I was.
I'm telling him to drive them with hot dogs, chips, and.
Amen.
Speaking of hot dogs, I'm hungry.